G'day viewers, ever so excited. Look who's back. Visiting but back.
Hi guys, it's Mistress M, aka the psychology student.
Yes, for everyone who said, what happened to Mistress M? Where is she? Been off in Adelaide doing psych at uni.
I got into a Bachelor of Psychology honours, and so I'm 2 years down and 2 years to go on the honours degree.
But I had to take advantage of Mistress M visiting mighty Melbourne to shoot a couple of videos. This will be the first. As a psych student, what's the biggest insight you've got so far?
We're all a bunch of weirdos. That's pretty much it.
We kind of knew that from the internet anyway.
Yeah, I think, and what's really interesting to me is, obviously, because I'm only second year, I'm studying a lot of dry, boring stuff about the basic stuff about psychology, and it's going to be much more interesting, I think, when we get further along, because the way internet has changed psychology and the way we interact is going to be really fascinating. So I'm kind of really excited to get a bit further along. I want to do a PhD now. I've decided I don't want to be Mistress M, I want to be Dr. M.
Dr. M, I like that.
But yeah, the internet's what I want to research about, because it's changed the way we do things.
Definitely. You might get less of those people desperately wanting to be your slave if you were Dr. M rather
yeah,
than
can
Mistress
I
M.
just say, all of you out there who keep asking to be my slave, no. The only person who really should be calling me mistress is K9. It was never a dominatrix thing. I don't know how many times we've told you guys this. It was just meant to be like a schoolmistress kind of.
Yes, it was the school. It was the teachery thing with the secrets and the wisdom.
Yeah.
But the internet being the internet.
Yeah.
That's where people went with it. Like this guy. Look, see, I'm just looking. We thought, because we haven't touched the Mistress M stuff, there's messages probably going back years. What do we think about BDSM? He read a graphic novel which was called Sunstone. I honestly think he's just trying to get us to buy the comic. That sounds like spam to me.
Yeah, he's linked to the comic.
Yeah. And he did actually say, excuse me if your name had nothing to do with BDSM. So politeness counts.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't mind those ones. But yeah, because Mistress M has a Facebook page, the only comments that I ever get on there in the messages is, can I be your slave or will you marry me? I tend not to marry people I don't know, generally. Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of, yeah. That's usually not going to work. That's coming on a bit strong, leaping straight to, will you marry me?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
So are you just looking at some...
Well, we've got
some of the long comments.
We've got some... We should actually... These, like, date back a year or so, okay?
So thank you guys for writing in and asking, and I'm sorry I haven't been there. I have got the website, and I have been answering people who've been writing emails to the website, except if they're just too weird, then I haven't.
So that the website is
www.askmistressm.com.
So that's where to get in direct contact with the Mistress M.
Yeah.
But yeah, some that went to the YouTube channel is like, advice for a newbie lesbian. There's a girl I befriended, but I'm so confused right now. She's gorgeous, blonde hair, blue-eyed, very girly. No temptation with her all till she moved into the house where I live. And then one night we were joking and talking about juicy lips, and she said I had juicy. This is now reading like a porn.
Yeah,
novel.
it's. I'm kind of. Can we just turn the camera off and just?
I was like, yeah. I wish I could kiss myself. I'm not making fun of you, by the way. I'm assuming this is genuine, but this is me. This is not you. This is me. I have to read it that way. Can I have a good night kiss? And I just laughed and, girl, you crazy? Hugged, patted her on the head, and then the weird look. And so, okay. Sexy.
This is going to go on for another 3 pages, by the way.
This is a good sexual tension story. Okay.
Yeah, and look, again, we aren't making fun of you, and thank you, but we've only just kind of opened this up and just seen it on the spot, and
so then it gets awkward. She says, I tried to talk to her about it. She didn't let me say anything. Said, no, I'm uncomfortable. You shouldn't tuck me in anymore. And the writer was understandably confused. I would be confused.
Well, look, it's that whole it doesn't matter what sexuality you are. It's got nothing to do with your sexuality. Fucking your flatmates, bad idea, going to be awkward. You can't just go from being flatmates to being life partners. It's too awkward. Relationships develop slowly and gently, and you don't get into each other's lives 24/7 immediately. And yet if you do that with a flatmate, you kind of jump a few steps and it gets a bit weird. So it's fair enough if someone backs off. Like, it's nothing about you.
Yeah. But then the weird flirting starts again. The girl laughs in the shower. And I said, what's funny?
You just want to read all the sexy bits
I really
out.
do.
There's there's a whole bunch of sexy bits coming up, and I'm just going,
It looks pretty good. Okay, so she says the flatmate's panties are in her bedroom.
I want to go balls deep with my dildo.
I read ahead and saw that bit too.
I'm sorry. Look, and again, we're not laughing at you who wrote the letter. This is just we haven't seen each other for a year and a half.
Yeah.
We open up the computer and here we go, balls deep in a dildo.
So she's had the flatmate be flirty again, and he's all confused. And yes, she, in her own mind, has got a pretty clear idea that involves balls deep with the dildo, but she doesn't know what this.
We just like saying balls deep with the dildo. Really, now that's a great phrase. By the way,
I might get it on a T-shirt. I'm going balls deep with the dildo, or a band. I'm going to start a band called Balls Deep with My dildo.
Yeah.
So okay. So after this, another bit of flirting, the flatmate starts acting weird again, locking a door at night, as if the flatmate's a stalker. And she got so upset with the way this flatmate was behaving, she left, spent a night with a friend.
It's pretty hard not to be a stalker if you live in the same house.
Yeah. And so when she came back, this flatmate saying, "Where were you? Where have you been?" And here's the bit. When we talked, she basically made it seem like I was coming after her and she was not gay, etc. I sat back in my chair and laughed, was real laid back about it, told her the truth. I thought she was trying to tempt me, and she denied everything. Unbelievable. Then she called herself putting boundaries on me. Anyway, so again, it goes around in another cycle. 2 days later, we had a talk, and she said she was mad because she thought I'd spent a night with someone else. I'm wondering if I can talk my way into tasting those sugar walls, which is a nice turn of phrase. But the only thing she does throws me off. She's straight and a virgin, but does these flirtatious things. The situation has been unpredictable. And she told me before she moved in that she knew I was a lesbian. So basically, stuff she's saying about lips and such.
Okay.
She's bad news, honestly.
Yeah, she's, that psycho, silly.
Yeah.
If you're a lesbian, you've come across this before, surely. Straight girls, don't play with them. When straight girls play with lesbians, they're playing, and it's not.
It's not cool.
Just let them do it to someone else, because it's no fun for you. You have to train them. You have to deal with the crap. You have to deal with their guilt, their issues, their whole confusion. And look, I just let her play and experiment with someone else.
I get that she's really attractive and everything, but everyone tends to go through something like this at some point.
But as you said, you weren't attracted to her until she moved into the flat.
Yeah. So
proximity does breed familiarity.
Yeah, and that whole flip like lead you on, then treat you like you're awful. That's messed up.
Yeah.
You ignore the fact the person's attractive. They're messed up, and they're just going to mess you up.
Even if they were also, a lesbian or bisexual or whatever they identify with, the behaviour is passive aggressive and negative and bad for your head. So don't buy into it ever.
So yes, we're in terms of relationships and sex and stuff, we're into healthy, productive things. This isn't healthy. Yeah. This is not good for you.
Respect, trust, communication. You need those things, and there's none of that going on here.
Yeah. So our advice on this one, walk away. And
look, I just want to say balls deep with my dildo again, though. So
thank you for that.
How do we cram that back in?
Thank you for that.
And tasting her sugar walls. I like that. I think more men should ask to do that.
I will try that. Can I taste your sugar walls, baby? And when they say, "What's that mean?" I go, "I don't know. A lesbian told it to me."
But it sounded good.
Yeah. So, look, we've actually got a couple more to go through. We'll make them into separate videos so you can see some more over the coming weeks. Yay!
Yay, it's so good to be back. And it's like, hi, and I've missed you all, and I've missed doing this badly, but I am in Adelaide, which, as you know, doesn't have electricity yet, so very hard to... No, I'm sorry, Adelaide is actually really lovely. I didn't think I would enjoy going back to Adelaide after Melbourne, but it's a really easy place to live. It's really nice.
I've
nice.
only visited Adelaide. It is a nice city. Got lots of YouTube friends there. So, yes, if you ever think you see Mistress M walking around Adelaide, you probably did. You should say hi.
One of my first tutorials, I was doing philosophy at that time, guy went, I know you. I'm a fan of AngryAussie.
There you go.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that was a faux pas. You should have said a fan of Mistress M. Just saying.
Yeah, he said, I've seen your stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, harsh. Being recognised. Wow, that was fun. Yeah, not
Social skills, not up there. All right.
Hi, Bo.
Yes.
We did end up being friends, but
well,
yeah, he's a
that's good.
much bigger fan of Andrew than myself. So.
All right. Well, we will both be back soon. I mean, we're all going to do these one after the other, but we'll pace them out so you get to enjoy it over a couple of weeks when we put these up. But we've got a couple of really good ones we found.
So thanks for staying in touch, guys.
And we'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.